Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream, and we have some major news as always to talk about in this stream today. The title being Casper is making more millionaires, and to an extent, yes, that is true. Right now, of course, Casper is still not performing as we'd like, currently valued at 13.1312 cents now, up 1.6% on the daily time frame. So Casper itself is not the Casper ecosystem. It most definitely is, and this is in referencing to the KRC20 tokens that right now they are going absolutely parabolic. The likes of Conan and Casper Ghost especially, they have seen some serious increasing in market cap and volume as of late. They're doing very well, and we are seeing across the board all the major ones from Nacho to Casper Ghost to Caspi to Conan to many more of the bigger, more renowned, popular KRC20 tokens. They are getting listings, they are getting offerings. We have the speculation of Uphold incoming very soon, which is huge news, of course. We have more big exchanges as well, so it's very big news all in all. And with the new Casper listing itself as well, which we're going to showcase in this video, I put it again in my free Discord server yesterday, but also with the current looming banking crisis not being talked about, I believe we're going to see a reversal with crypto and Casper, therefore, very soon. So as always, if you enjoyed these streams, leave a like, share, and subscribe for more. What's up, Leo, my man? Welcome back to the stream. And that Pulse player, what's up, player? What's up to you too, my man? Hopefully having a very good Sunday. So without further ado, we got this first big announcement here. Casper, they have a new exchange listing for letsexchange.io. Now, of course, it's not a tier 1, it's not Kraken, so it's not, the big holy grail, so to speak. But the point of the fact being is that once more, even now, we are still seeing a growth in adoption with Casper. It's still very early on into its life cycle. The adoption is growing more and more, and we're starting to see more exchanges start to shift their focus, start to actually decide to list Casper, which is very bullish news. Of course, the tier 1 is what's going to cause the considerable price action. We all know that, but this is still don't overlook these little things. Don't overlook them, because ultimately this stuff is still very good news all in all. And that is going to help in due time as well, because everything that's happening with Casper right now. We've got this from Oyson Lee here, the CoinPower.io CEO, who's an integral part of the Kasplex team, the team that made KRC20, and he's just put out a post here earlier today stating that Kasplex is going to be releasing 2 new ops to make KRC20 more functional, which is huge news. KRC20 for the most part has already been quite successful. I'd like to believe the first launch, the poor launch, already had more volume than Litecoin ever had, and its relaunch, which was very successful, so successful that it was congested. There was too much volume activity happening with KRC20 that the whole thing went congested for like 24 hours. There was, I think it was over 13 million transactions in one day alone. It might even be more than that. And we're now going to see it's been functioning very well, I like to believe, from what I've heard and seen. And now we have 2 new operations, 2 new ops incoming to make it more functional, which is very good news. And people asked me in my stream yesterday, when Casper eventually introduces smart contracts, what will happen to KRC20? And I replied, from my knowledge, which is of course we have to wait to see what they say, but I believe that smart contracts are going to be revolutionary for Casper, of course, but because of how much effort being put into KRC20, I'd like to believe that when the smart contracts are released by the core developers, Son Polinsky, Michael Sutton, Shai, and so on and so forth, that they're going to make the sort of smart contracts compatible with the KRC20 tokens, so that way, they won't be competing with each other. They'll just be able to kind of shift over. So all what we're seeing in KRC20 is still very good news for Casper as well. And of course, the meme tokens. Yes, hello Caspians, buckle up. Because we're about to see some considerable price movement, I think, very soon, especially when we look at the KRC20 meme tokens. Right here, Nacho has come down from 73 to $67 million market cap. The volume is still extremely high, 1.25 million. That's very good to see. Casper is now up to $559,000 24-hour trading volume with $22.3 million mark. That's another new all-time high for Casper. Conan up 85% on the daily, $6.5 million market cap, and just less volume than Casper. I'm going to showcase why in the stream, what's caused this surge in volume, but this is the sort of news that we love to see. and also people who got into these projects really, really early. Again, I do believe that getting in now while you won't make as much profit is still not the worst idea. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are tokens, the ones that I'm talking about, these are KRC20 tokens that, to my knowledge, to what I have seen, should do very, very well and have much higher highs from this point onwards as well. Casper as well, $18.4 million market cap, 244,000 24-hour trading volume. Bird, 6.5. With 9, like, all of this is very, very good to see. It's very good to see, and we're seeing more listings come with that as well, which again, it incentivizes more bullish behavior, more FOMO behind these projects, which is going to help Casper in due time as well. What is the most beginner safe way to invest in KRC20 tokens? The most beginner way safe to do it is to wait for the exchange listings. For example, get to that in a moment. Conan, the dog of Casper right now, they are ready to launch on XT. And in fact, I think they already are launching on XT. They're currently number 1 on XT again, and number 2 on Casper. Like, obviously right now it's number 3. But even then, they're one of the most popular in terms of volume, the most popular KRC20 tokens right now, and they're most popular on XT as well right now. Like, look at that; it's doing very, very well, and we're seeing more and more of this stuff happening again and again. And this is the best way, the safest way, the most beginner-friendly way to get into these tokens. Otherwise, you have to go through, I think, the Casbot. They're not necessarily complicated. I've not tried it out myself. Me personally, I'm also waiting for the exchange listing because I don't want to go through that effort right now. And you're getting the exchange listing coming out right now. For example, Casper, they are now on XT. Innovation Zone, for those who don't understand, Innovation Zone basically means it's on the exchange, but it's being closely monitored. So, for example, Casper goes to Casper, they are on XT, just listed. But Casper and Conan, both those two, are in Innovation Zone. But when you're seeing news like this, so Conan's on Innovation Zone on XT, but when you're seeing it's number 1 right now, that's going to incentivize XT to be like, oh, you know what? Conan's done very, very well. If it stays up in this sort of momentum, or even just for the similar momentum, XT will probably take it out of the Innovation Zone and just list it completely with no, like, no consequences, if you will, which again is huge, huge news. You're seeing, even more bullish news for Casper as well. Casper just made its debut amongst the top 800 crypto bubbles. That's a big deal, the first ever. So we're now floating among the top projects, Casper Ghost, and the Ghost is getting noticed. Hence also why Casper Ghost is continuously rising in market cap right now and volume. It is gaining a lot of momentum, which is very, very bullish. And again, Casper right now has XT. It also has CoinX. I think CoinX right now is probably deemed as the best exchange right now for the ones that have listed the projects, at least for what I've heard. But again, that's because there aren't many exchanges right now that actually do offer these tokens. The ones that have actually stepped forward right now, to my knowledge, is CoinX, XT, Pinex have done it with Nacho, and there are more incoming. But those are the 3 that I know of right now. For example, as my man says here, Bert is going to be listed on Bitmart, its first exchange, which is very good. And again, if I go back to here, Bert says here to all the paid shillers, Bert is a 100% fair launch project. That's not the do or die, but it's a very good indicator, of course, because there are some completely 100% fair launch that have ended up being complete rubbish, right? But either way, Bert seems to be legit. People are saying it's the Brett of KRC20 of Casper, which I would like to believe. No premium to no team token allocation. They don't do paid promotions. They don't do gift tokens. 100% organic, and they are diamond hands. They think they're going to go to the moon. $100 million market cap. Right now, Bert is at $6.5 million market cap. So 100 would be a 20x from here, or a little under a 20x from here, which is huge. So I'm not saying go and buy a Bert right now. That's not what I'm saying, 'cause I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm saying should this come to fruition and it go to $100 million market cap, that's a 20x from here, so would be very, very cool to see. Very, very cool. And volume still is very, very high, so that's also why the volume's going to go higher and higher when Bitmart lists Bert as well. We're seeing as well, Casper goes once again, so bullish. They can now be found on CoinGecko, which is massive, massive news. So CoinGecko, that's also why Casper's going up as well. And then for the icing on the cake, they are the second most popular on CoinX right now. Also on the top 10 gainers a day, CoinX and XT. Casper Ghost is doing some serious, serious moves right now. and that's because of the Casper community. The one reason why I think Casper price is not doing as well right now is because a lot of the people who are in the community, we are shifting to try and make some money, understandably, to look towards these KRC20 tokens. So we're still staying within the community, but we're going to the meme tokens because that's where all the money's at right now. It's meme season right now. I think Casper's going to come back, and this growth of these meme tokens is going to help Casper in due time as well, because people are going to end up probably seeing memes, seeing, oh, Casper's doing very, very well. What's Casper? It's a KRC20 token. And we're like, okay, so what's going to happen from here? Oh, what's the chain behind it? It's Casper. What's Casper? Oh, this is Casper. Trilemma solving. That looks very, very good. Right? That's where we're at right now. And Nacho, again, Nacho's doing some big things. I'll get into that in a moment while I answer some questions real quickly. What's up, Mohammed? Welcome back to the stream. Afternoon, Casper Frog. Hope you're doing well. Cash Jack is doing well too. I posted it 2 nights ago in the Discord before it launched. Yes, I think I remember you doing that as well, and I think Cash Jack is right here. Market cap is 717 market cap, $1,000. Volume's 112, which is also not too bad. Launched just yesterday. I've got a decent amount of holders right now. So far, it's looking decent. If it continues this way, then yeah, maybe it'll be a big token. But right now, I mean, it had this, as you expect, meme tokens launch, pump, dump, and now it's slowly accumulating again. But hopefully it's in fruition. So doing quite well. Good morning to you too. Thank you for being the most positive in the community. I mean, I try. Of course, if there's negativity around the community, I will address it. Right? I will address it, and I will talk about it. Like when Casper's had rug schemes, I will talk about it because I need to keep you informed, as that is what's needed. As me as the educator, but also for you to understand what you're investing into. You need to understand the good and the bad. But I'll also try to keep a positive mindset when doing these things, because there's no point in being negative all the time. It's training, right? Casper right now, despite it being down at the price at right now, 13.07 cents, you look at the hash rate. Hash rate is still, it's staying quite stable now at 1.2. Right now it's at 1.22. Look at the wallet addresses. Almost reaching the milestone of 450,000. That has jumped about 2K overnight. We can see that here. Right now we're seeing the reason why the price for the most part is staying where it's at is because we're seeing more of the larger wallets dropping and dumping. We're seeing an increased accumulation of the smaller wallets getting into Casper, which is very, very bullish. It means we're seeing more decentralization, which is very, very bullish. It also hopefully means we'll see less of the market being controlled by the big world. I mean, it's always going to happen. There's only so much, market manipulation that can be, prevented. Right, but we've got one whale in here. We've seen a massive drop off of sharks and dolphins, even fishes in the last day, today as well. But for the most part, we are still seeing a lot of, the just is growing more and more. So that to me is very, very bullish. Kona is already XT, yes, Kona is already XT right now. We can see ready for launch. It's in the innovation zone, which does mean it's being monitored. But again, it is doing very, very well. Very, very well. So hopefully it will continue in this fashion. Even Nacho as well is doing very, very well. Both those two are doing incredibly well. If Casper remains on 13 cents, 16 cents range by March 2025, what you say then? I mean, it won't. And I'll just say what I've been saying previously, which is I don't care. I'm holding Casper long term. If Casper stays that range, which it won't, for 6 months, then I'll be like, okay, well, it stayed that range. If you don't like the project, fine, get out of it. I'm still bullish. I'm holding it for 3-4 cycles to come, where it will be much higher value. I'm in at 13 cents right now. I got in earlier at 5 cents. I'm holding. Doesn't bother me at all, Mohammed. And the chance of Casper staying at 13, 16 cents range for this bull cycle, one of the biggest bull cycles in history, for the next 6 months, is very, very small. Again, not impossible, but chances are very, very small. What would you say if Casper went up? Only invest what you can lose in memes. True. You're definitely right, living local. You're 100%. Memes are by far the most risky and volatile asset in this space. By far the most volatile. So you don't want to, invest capital that you can't risk to lose. I mean, you shouldn't, frankly, whenever you're investing, you shouldn't invest any of your capital, any of your income that you need in the real life. It should only be excess capital you invest into crypto. Memes, an even smaller percentage of that, at least in my opinion, because memes are very volatile and even more risky. But again, people are making a lot of money from memes right now. Someone in my Discord server earlier, shout out to you, Leroy, mentioned he made I'm not going to disclose it. If you want me to disclose it, you can either check out the Discord server, which is on screen right now, in the description or also in the chat right now. You can see what he said there, or he could put it in the chat, but I'm not going to go. But he made a very, very big gain off meme tokens earlier today. Shout out to him. So memes can be very, very beneficial if you get into them correctly and you do your own due diligence. I think the memes Turbo and Hoppy only. I mean, sure, both those two are doing very, very well. I've heard a lot about Turbo and Hoppy, and I think they're both very, very sort of meme tokens that are doing quite well. I don't hold them. People in my community hold them, and they have been very happy with them. But I think there is a reason to get into KRC20 tokens because Casper, what it is as a project, for where it's just very, very early, and evidently the KRC20 tokens are doing very, very well now, and they're getting the adoption they need. For example, Nacho, the biggest one on KRC20. This week has been an absolute frenzy. Of course it has been. It's been very, very big. With Nacho listings on Pinex, which is going to soon be Pinex US as well, CoinEx and Change Finance, the DEX for KRC20, they've hit their all-time high twice already. $73 million market cap. And it's only been a few days of live trading. So very, very early. We're on a steady climb up to the moon with our market cap rising fast. Here's what to look out for. CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko listing applications are in. Very big. Pinex US coming in 5 days' time. Very, very big. Uphold listing application is submitted. And Uphold love Casper as well. They're very close to Casper as well. They're Uphold and Pinex are the only two US exchanges that actually support Casper right now. So I will not be surprised if the number one meme token, Nacho, is listed on both the two US exchanges, Pinex and Uphold. Uphold exchange fees are much higher to my knowledge than Pinex's are. But either way, that's still very, very big, and that sort of adoption is going to help Nacho massively as well. I will not be surprised if we see $100 million market cap for Nacho in the next week, depending on when these listings come through. With Pinex US, that could be enough potentially to push for the US order to potentially push it above, potentially. So that'd be very, very big to see. So yeah, Nacho is doing amazing. We can look at it on our trading view as well to see where it's at. Nacho right now on CoinEx is where it's at. Can I do Nacho not on CoinEx? No. Okay, well that's Nacho right now. I'll take it off the day and do it into the hour. Yeah, Nacho right now, it's doing very, very well. It's had a small correction recently from its all-time high, where it's down about 13% right now. That's meme token. Meme tokens are volatile anyways. But we're seeing the adoption grow very, very quickly with Nacho, and I think it's going to continue in this fashion. It's still very, very early. Again, I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just purely looking at the meme token of things. And right now, these KRC20 memes are doing very, very well. And this, for me, is why I'm saying that Casper is still making millionaires. Because despite it's not Casper directly right now with its quite lackluster price action, it's the Casper ecosystem. KRC20 is doing very, very big things right now for Casper, helping the adoption still stay within the project. Right now, the volume for Casper has fallen down massively again. It's at 30 million again, which sucks. Of course it sucks. But we've proven it time and time again that doesn't mean the project's dead at all. It's not dead, because if it was dead, then why are they just going more and more? Why is the hash rate going higher and higher? The project's not dead. Just the incentive to get into Casper right now is not there, because for the most part, people in this space, because they trade on emotion, they chase green candles, which is, to me is not the smart thing to do. Your gains are limited, and your higher chance of getting at the top. You should find a project that you really believe in and try and get in when it's low. Casper's a good example for that, in my opinion. Casper right now is very undervalued. I think it's around 60% according to the power law, and I think it has a lot of upward potential from here as well. Casper right now is bottom in its correction was around 12 cents, and we could come lower. The speculation we could, but I with what's incoming as well in the banking sector, I think we're going to start seeing a rally of sorts with crypto, and therefore Casper very soon enough. I mean, Bitcoin right now is still constantly, like you see, look, 3 days back to back now. This is very bullish, right? If Bitcoin was going to correct heavily, right, Bitcoin would have come up to this zone, this low resistance zone, and would have come back down again here. But no, it hasn't. Bitcoin has touched this 69k zone 3 days back to back, and it's been just consolidating right here at the very top. Last time we saw that happen was here. Look what happened, and it broke out to the next zone before coming back down again. But again, it's consolidating at this region, so potentially we could see Bitcoin continue in this fashion, pushing a little bit higher, and then we could push up here. It might come back down again, but it'll push up here, and then we got what? The elections coming in very, very soon, regulatory clarity following that very, very shortly afterwards. we'll get into that again in just a moment. But again, crypto is in a very, very unique position where Casper, the incentive might not be there for Casper right now, but right now I believe we're going to see, I'm optimistic we could see a massive flood of liquidity or volume into Casper very, very soon, because right now people are making a lot of money through these KRC20 meme tokens, which I'm glad they are. In fact, in this video here regarding Conan, this is from a Crypto Galaxy stream here, he mentioned about, someone spoke about Conan in his stream, of course, Conan in his stream, of course, about how, how big it is, and he was saying, I wish I bought more Conan. He explained his reasons for it. I'm not going to get into why, but he's like, I wish I bought more Conan because it's done very, very well, as we've seen. Conan's done very, very well. And Conan apparently is meant to be listed on, I think it was Bitmart soon as well, or BitGet. I know it's already on XT, and it's going to have another one very, very soon, as it seems, as well. So, or no, even CoinX, sorry, it was CoinX. So it's on XT, and it'll be on CoinX on Monday, so tomorrow. That's huge. That's also probably why Conan is rallying right now. So this volume might spike tomorrow as well. Again, not telling you to get into Conan, I'm telling you what's happening with the projects right now. That we are really, really early. The volume, the incentive behind these tokens are finally picking up with the exchange listings. And some of these, like Casper has what, 3, 2 max? Conan has 1 right now. All of them have the DEX as well, the Change Finance DEX. At least most of them do. I know Dog K as well has got some big ones incoming. I think someone mentioned that already in the chat as well. Dog K's got some big ones incoming. Dog K's on XT today, and another anomalous exchange this week. So yeah, Dog K is equally getting some exchange listings as well, which is very good. So we're seeing, as these exchanges start listing these tokens, which, with the technology behind Casper, it's probably not the easiest thing to do. Once we get these listings, we'll see the adoption come to these tokens, the price will go higher. People who don't even know of Casper or don't care about Casper, who care about memes right now, will probably see them, think there's a good, incentive behind it, and some of them might even start to research into Casper following that. And with the money they make from here, I would like to believe, at least for the ones that are Casper holders, or were, that if they still believe in Casper, which I hope they do, they then cycle that profit, or some of that investment, out of these meme tokens, and maybe put it into Casper. Potentially, again, that's speculation, but I think there's a big incentive still to be in Casper, and these meme tokens are going to help that. They give and they take. Every big listing for Casper will help the meme tokens adoption. Every big adoption and meme for and listing for the meme tokens will help Casper in due time as well. It's an ecosystem. And now they had Casper beforehand, and now they're developing an ecosystem with everything, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. So yes, we've got a new listing for Casper. New ops coming to KRC20 is going to make it more functional, which is going to be equally bullish for the meme token side of things as well, and the DEX as well, and everything else. Bert's seemingly doing very, very well. Listings coming through. Conan's doing very, very well. We're getting these listings, and another one coming very, very soon. CoinX is doing massive things with meme tokens right now. Caspy's on XT. So XT and CoinX are the two biggest ones right now. Pinex has Nacho, and Nacho's going to be hopefully on uphold very, very soon. Bitmart's having one very, very soon as well. Like the adoption is growing. The incentive is here. This is very, very good. And CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, seemingly those two are now starting to actually accept the application to list the projects as well. Which, I mean, that's going to be, for the most part, again, when you actually look at the project, I'll go on CoinMarketCap and look into it. That's how people will know about a project. They won't do the research on Google this time. They'll actually go to this, a trusted website, so to speak. So once you get CoinMarketCap listing Nacho and Casper Ghost and Conan, all the other KRC20 meme tokens, that's going to also incentivize more of the other traders to actually find it on here and think, oh, this looks good, let's look into it. And yeah, Dog K and Somps is on L-Bank as well, and also Somps is meant to be getting MEXC, I saw as well. I think I put that in my stream yesterday. So Somps, even though Somps has fallen off a little bit, which is a shame, but Somps right now, to my knowledge, I think, Somps is apparently meant to be on MEXC very soon as well. So Dog K and Somps are on L-Bank. Somps is going to be on MEXC very, very soon, and Dog K also is going to be on XT today. So yeah, Dog K is doing very, very well in regards to the adoption side of things as well. So the memes are going parabolic. So whilst the incentive behind Casper is not there, the ecosystem is still very much alive. If anything, it's popping right now. Naturally, going to have a big listing coming up very, very soon. And then we've got this sort of stuff as well, which I've showcased in the past about, this is crypto aspects right here, Anton, who's going to be basically exploring Rust at this innovation summit right here. And it's also going to be discussing the likes of smart contracts, which again, game-changing for Casper when those come to fruition. Very, very game-changing. And this sort of stuff is only going to continue accelerating when you start considering the stuff happening in the market right now with the economic factors, whether it be from the banking crisis effectively, as I mentioned in the title, the banking crisis is going to also incentivize more liquidity into crypto, which I'll get into in just a moment. Casper also crushing it along. I say yes, doing very, very well. Speedy for the win. I need to look at Speedy then, because I have no idea. I mean, someone might mention it to me recently, actually. Okay, I don't see Speedy here. So maybe it's actually on here then. Oh yeah, someone mentioned Speedy to me before in the past, yeah. I mean, yeah, Speedy. It's hard to really talk about meme tokens, of course, because, again, my knowledge is very limited. I don't know what Speedy really is. Speedy right now has done very, very well from its launch. 30 million market cap, so it's, you know, slightly above some of the KRC20 tokens as well right now. It's got Uniswaps and OpenOcean. I mean, yeah, if it gets the big exchange, if it gets central exchange listings, like, you know, KRC20 starting to get as well with XT, CoinX, stuff like that, Speedy could be a big one maybe. It needs the what meme tokens need, to my knowledge, again, limited knowledge, take a grain of salt, is a cult-like incentive behind it. People who are going to keep the project pumping no matter what, and a community behind it as well. The cult who will just keep it alive no matter what, and the community who are going to keep, you know, just talking about it, and essentially just keep, like, so when the community fades, the cult will still keep it alive, and then the community is there to help the project keep growing more and more. That's what you need. You need those two factors, from what I've seen. That's what I believe Murad said as well. And Murad's like meant to be the meme god right now. Yeah, Nacho and Kaspa are the safest. Yeah, to my I'd care to agree with you right now. They're both the two biggest KRC20 projects right now, by, you know, a decent margin in terms of market cap right now. Volume, equally those two are the biggest, and I trust them the most as well. They're the ones that have been seen the most active, right? Kona's doing very, very well. Casper's doing very, very well. But, you know, up and coming for a week. Dog K, I mean, it seems to be okay. Of course, there's a bit of the FUD around it because of the 100% pre-mint, but I don't think it's that bad in the grand scheme of things from what I've seen. But again, could be wrong. Do your own research. Kuhn launched recently, and that's at just short of $100 million market cap, a $750 million market cap. And we've got other ones as well. I still believe in Gold, despite Gold's not really doing much right now. Gold needs some listings, to be honest, to get the adoption coming back. And yeah, many projects have potential, right? Many of them have potential, and we're going to see more and more new ones coming out, provided they actually, you know, have a good incentive behind them, a good narrative behind them. They could also do quite well. Yeah, here we can see here from Kobayashi letter. The Fed's fight against inflation is not over yet. Supercore inflation rose by 4.3% in September and has been above 3% for over 3 years now. Supercore inflation is a key metric watched by the Fed, also known as core services less housing inflation. Supercore inflation is now rebounding after materially falling in the first half of 2023. At the same time, core CPI inflation rose by 2%, marking the first increase since March 2023. All while the Fed cut rates by 50 basis points in September, did we need to cut rates? So what it's basically saying here is inflation is still very much here. And the way you combat inflation is by rising rates. But the problem is not... we right now, the economy is in such a dire situation that we have to cut rates. Yet apparently, we're still seeing a massive situation here where it's rising. So this post here from Kobayashi letter is basically implying that the Fed might have to reconsider their policies, their monetary policies, and they might have to raise interest rates to combat inflation more effectively. But I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that because other parts of the economy is still so disastrous. The unemployment rate is still in a very dire situation. They have to cut rates to combat this. That's also probably why they held on for so long. And then you get posts like this as well, which again supports my belief of why we can't necessarily see rate cuts, right? The US banks are now facing $515 billion in unrealized losses. That is absolutely nuts. That's the 7 times higher than during the 2008 financial crisis. This is one thing that I'm very conflicted about, because I don't want to be telling people, oh, we're going to be in a recession, we're going to be in a crisis, yada, 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 but like all the statistics, all the articles, all the sources are saying the current economy right now is the worst we have seen in most of our lifetimes. If not all of our lifetimes, it's the worst we have seen. It's terrible. And we even saw this, I mentioned in my stream yesterday, the US banks suffer biggest weekly deposit outflow since SVB crisis last year. What does this all mean? Effectively asking, what does this all mean? Why is this bad? Where do we go from here? Banks are bleeding deposits again. Largest outflow since SVB crisis last March. Where's the money going? Gold and silver, Bitcoin, commodities. It's not going into bonds. That's the point. We are seeing gold consistently reaching new all-time highs, pretty much weekly or daily now, constantly rising more and more. We are seeing this, and it's very, very good to see. We are seeing Bitcoin consistently, is now making its run up, and it's consistently, rebounding off this level here, just ahead of the elections. We are seeing commodities again, we're seeing them all start to rise more and more. So I like to believe that what's happening right now, despite, massive unrealized losses, despite, seemingly needing to rise the interest rates to combat this inflation, that what's actually happening is the banks are switching, which is what I've been saying they do for a while. Crypto is meant to be the next big thing. The new monetary system is going to be backed by blockchain technology. So they're going to end up leaving the monetary system as it is, switching over to this new system. There's going to be a crisis, and they're going to try and, bail people out by offering CBDCs and crypto solutions. That's what I've been reading about for the last 2 years. Again, this may not happen. It's what I've seen from my sources. Again, do your own research. Definitely do your own research. This is, this is what I've been seeing. But we're seeing right now massive outflows in the banks, biggest we've seen in years, since the worst crisis in history. And we're seeing other markets rise. What this means, in the very plain sense, is with the faith in fiat, in the faith of the dollar, decreasing more and more, investors will start to seek in safe haven in refuge in other alternative assets, not dollars because it's crashing, gold, crypto, as Larry Fink said, you could use Bitcoin. That's also what you've seen in this here. So Jack Dorsey here says, if the internet gets a chance to get a native currency, what would it be? And to me, it's Bitcoin because of those principles, because of those creation story, it's because of resilience. People actively now, again and again, time and time again, they are talking about crypto. This is why I believe that with regulatory clarity in play, with foundations laid out, with institutions allowed to get involved in crypto like they wanted to do already, and they've been starting to get into it a little bit already, but they want to get really involved. They want to throw everything they have at crypto right now. Most institutions are stating they will invest half their net worth, half their portfolios into crypto right now. I'll show you guys that in a previous stream. I'm not sure who it was. I'll see if I can find it in my Discord server if I linked it. I hope I did. But we're seeing institutions, massive institutions that are actively saying, yeah, we're going to donate half our portfolio into crypto. That's the state of where we're at right now. We're seeing everyone start to actively be more and more bullish on crypto. Here it was, yes. Charles Schwab, the $9.57 trillion Charles Schwab survey shows almost half of its respondents plan to invest in Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. Look at that. That's mental. Again, people who are bearish on crypto, it blows my mind to think that. Because we are seeing a massive incentive from institutions, the ones who actually control the financial economies, who are actively, now disclosing they're bullish on crypto. In the past, they are quiet about it. Now they're actively talking about mainstream media talking about it. And we're seeing stuff like this where, the fiat's crumbling more and more. This is getting worse and worse. But yet they're still getting more and more into crypto. They effectively have given up, in my opinion, and they're starting to look more to crypto. And that's why I'm bullish on crypto. That's why I'm bullish on projects like Casper, who are trying to solve real-world issues. Like these issues happening right now. This wouldn't happen with Casper. If Casper was the currency that was of choice, it wouldn't happen. Because of decentralized nature, because it's fast and secure technology. Casper is the one that solves a trilemma. That is, making a real difference. That's why you've got the KII who are actively really getting involved with Casper. Really, really getting involved with Casper. They want to utilize it in the energy markets, the cross-border payments market, the supply chain, in the real estate market, in the commodities market, which commodities are going crazy right now. This is what Casper's going to be utilized for. We're seeing everyone start to switch the narrative from fiat to crypto. And Casper is one where, for me right now, it's simply just too early. Will it take off in the cycle? I think it can. If it doesn't, be disheartening, definitely. But I have no doubt in my mind the next cycle will be its cycle. if it misses this cycle, the next cycle will be its cycle regard. Even if it doesn't, the next cycle will be its cycle. Then you'll have smart contracts, then you'll have all the tier ones, then you'll have the KRI getting more involved. You name it. Casper is a project right now at 13.1 cents, extremely undervalued. And I think the project that has the potential to make insane gains in the future is an L1 proof of work fair launch. The only one in this space that can say that is Bitcoin. And none of them can compare to Bitcoin. Casper's the only one that's actually trying to. Everyone else is trying to be everyone has said in the past, we're the next Bitcoin. You know? Ethereum tried to say that. XRP tried to say that. And while they are doing what Bitcoin can't in regards to payments, well, maybe not Ethereum, but XRP, I guess, to an extent, in its utilizing institutions, they lack decentralization. They lack the inherent part that made crypto. There's another form of currency, which is what it is, but crypto is also meant to have the freedom to the people as well. That's what Casper's given to people. That's why, despite we're seeing price of Casper drop, we're seeing more people get involved in Casper. That's less half a million addresses. Again, it's not people, it's addresses. They could have multiple addresses, but still, we've seen addresses grow every single day. Every single day. So Casper might be down, but it's not dead. If Casper goes lower, fine. So be it. If Casper doesn't reach, even $1 this cycle, which I think is, again, borderline impossible, considering that pretty much every crypto, whenever their first launch, if they can, gain the momentum they need in the bear market, their first crypto cycle will always be the most bullish. Casper, I think, will prove that as once again. It will be a very bullish cycle for Casper. I still hold strong on that. You'll get Kraken before the end of this year, hopefully in November. Maybe this end of this week, who knows, but probably more like November. You have the elections on the 5th. You have the FOMC meeting on the 6th and 7th, where we might see more rate cuts potentially. If we do, we will see more liquidity or more capital allowed to be invested into crypto as the markets it'll be free up the economy a little bit more. So we'll see crypto. I think we'll see Bitcoin reach 70k before the elections, potentially by the end of this month. And then starting to push all-time highs before the elections. That's where I think Bitcoin will probably end up. That's where I hope to see Bitcoin end up. I'm aiming for 70k right now. That's my region. And after that, I think we're in bullish territory. And Casper, again, Casper, will it finish in Uptober or Downtober? So, below 16 cents. Will it finish underneath here or above? Right now, it's seeming to be leaning more towards below. But at the same time, as we've seen, these 3 days here, we saw Casper go from 13 cents to 18 cents. A 30% rise in 3 days. What to say Casper can't do that again? Do your own research and you'll see what's incoming for crypto right now. And for Casper potentially as well. Again, that's big. KRI is big. What else is incoming for Casper equally is very, very big. You're getting more listings coming involved. Again, we want tier ones, but still it's bullish news. And the KRC20 tokens are also taking off massively, which is going to incentivize more adoption into this project and also into Casper as well, in my opinion. I think LBank is negative for your token, to be honest. If you go there, it's a real dumper off an exchange. LBank may not be the best. But I use LBank to buy Casper. At least I used to. Well, I still do. I do it every now and then when I buy Casper. I haven't bought Casper in a little bit now. I say I actually bought it recently when it was dumping down here, but I bought Casper. It feels like a little bit because I was used to buying Casper quite frequently, and now I haven't bought Casper. I bought Casper like around here. I didn't buy at this bottom down here because I missed it. But even then, I don't also have the capital right now. I'm not a whale or anything like that. I'm just one of you. I buy Casper with what money I have, spare money I have that I'm willing to risk in my investments. Wouldn't it be a USA interest to make proof of stake security in order for the capital to flow into Bitcoin and thus other proof of works? I think Saylor said that it could end up only Bitcoin and other couple of proof of work coins will remain. Good question. What the United States government is doing is beyond anyone. It probably is smart they do that. Probably would be, but why? I have no clue. And I think Michael Saylor is probably right in that regard as well. What the proof of work coins provide that is lax in pretty much every other project is the security element because they're not decentralized. Whilst projects like XRP, they've never been hacked, so they're secure in that regard. But because they are centralized, hacking into them is not hard. Or at least what point being Yeah, the decentralized nature is what makes the crypto more secure. That's why, again, the KRI approached Casper, because they wanted to handle DLT solutions at scale that also was decentralized. Because what they want to do is be able to have more protection against bad actors, but also to, what's the word they used? I have it written down, word for word. They want to utilize Casper to handle DLT solutions at scale because they need decentralization so they can have censorship resistance, so protection against the governments and bad actors. That might be why you see governments wanting to utilize like XRP, because, you know, it works together. But decentralization is against what the governments want. At least that's how I see it. That's what I see right now. But again, you're seeing the adoption go for Bitcoin. I think Casper's going to be following next. Again, you've got Grayscale considering Casper, which is also very, very big. So I think, yeah, Casper will, I think proof of work coins, I think Casper's going to be one of those big coins, top 3, top 2, even maybe flip Bitcoin one day, who knows. It has the capability right now to do so. We need to see the developments coming out and also the adoption. And I'm, hedging my bets on that's going to happen. Yeah, Conan on CoinEx starts tomorrow, stats confirmed. Yeah, Conan again, looking very, very good right now. And I think the adoption for Conan's about to... That's probably why we're seeing the adoption for right now, Conan going power products, that everyone's preparing for the listing. You might see a correction then, following the listing, but I think we're going to see more adoption happening more and more, which is very, very good. Hoppy and Turbo is good, but don't miss Nacho. I agree. Nacho's one that I think is going to do very, very well. Casper chart is very bullish, not so much at the moment, but I'm still positive. I agree, RP. Again, I completely agree. Casper right now, while the correction cycle for Casper is down 40%, 40%, we have seen much heavier in the past for Casper, for one, and equally, this could potentially be a bottom for Casper. Should that happen, I think we'll end up seeing a reversal, and we could see one as volatile as we saw here. A quick gain in a few days. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I think there's a potential for it. Tuber's bought back. Oh, is that true? Well, that is hilarious. I never sold. And I'm not surprised. I mean, again, I think for the most part, people who sold Casper, especially the YouTubers, the content creators, they sold because they are making a loss. So they wanted to go to meme tokens, or they just wanted to get out, and now they've bought what they believe is the bottom, so they make less of a loss. It's not a dumb play. It's actually quite smart to an extent to get out when it's dumping down and get back in at what you believe the local bottom is. But whereas they'll probably also flooding Casper for its bad price action and saying it's a bad project, yada yada yada. I never did. At least I never did, because I thought, Casper's correcting, but it's not. Every project does. No one goes bearish on Bitcoin. It goes from 69k to 15k. Obviously, that's a bull to a bear cycle, but either way, no one gets bullish. No one's been flooding Bitcoin when it went from. Obviously, Bitcoin's a unique case because it is Bitcoin, but no one flooded Bitcoin when it was at 74k and came back down when it came down to like 50k down here. No one's the flood of Bitcoin saying it's dead was very minimal, if at all. And I think Casper in the same case for Casper right now, it's just down, but it's definitely not out. Casper well playing Speedy. I am crazy. I mean, yeah, Speedy again. Speedy's one that if it gets the listings, it could do quite well. KRC20 took dollar will flow back into the when the tier 1 list. Exactly. That is exactly what I mean. KRC20 right now is very, very popular. It's doing very, very well, and I think we'll see a very quick incentive with the holders of KRC20 to flip back into Casper when you get the Kraken and soon to be hopefully Binance listings and everything else following that as well. Because everyone in this community, for the most part, they're in because they knew of Casper. These tokens haven't got the adoption to be. It's not like the Solana chain where it's a big chain that anyone can go onto. Casper's adoption is very small in comparison. People who are holding these tokens are normally Casper holders as well, or they were. Now, it's getting the listings, you'll see some other people jumping in a little bit because they're seeing, oh yeah, Casper Ghost is up, it's second most popular right now on CoinEx and top 10 on XT, like it's doing very well. So they might look into it for that reason, but otherwise, no, that's not. Most people in this KRC20 community right now are from Casper. And when the tier 1s comes in, you'll probably see them slip back over again. Potentially again. But also, again, the tier 1s might also just help the price of KRC20 tokens anyways. Yeah, crypto cash, exactly. You'll make a lot of money with Nacho, but I choose to stay out because Shy has a big mouth and push in a really grievance which may affect Nacho since it's his cat. I understand the sentiment behind that, and if you want to get into Nacho for that reason, that's fine. I personally don't care about that because, I'm not choosing to let that political talk affect my investment decisions because He's not. He's simply just grieving from what's happening with people he loves and cares about. So that could affect the price potentially, but I think for the most part, I'm more leaning on the side that it won't do as much as people think it will. But again, not a financial advisor. Do your own research. You don't want to get into that reason. That's more than fair enough. But I don't think it'd be too disastrous. And true. I mean, obviously you've got Trump and Kamala Harris. Seemingly, Trump is more pro-crypto, so a Trump presidency would boost crypto immensely. Kamala could wreck it, but I don't. As this is what Larry Fink had said already, that no matter who gets in power, nothing really they can do to stop it. And I agree. There's nothing really anyone can do now to stop crypto taking off. They're coming. Kamala Harris might delay it a little bit longer, but she can't stop it by this point. I don't think it's actually possible. Trump would fast track it, I think. Is KRC20 Gold Rush? Is KRC20 Gold Rush, and it's the most fair ways to get into memes inscription because there's a liquidity, it could be rugged or insiders. Everyone knows what deploys, everyone has a chance to mint. I'm not sure what I'm referencing to, unfortunately, because I'm late to the question. I apologize for that. But I mean, I guess in a kind of a resemblance of that. I mean, yeah, ultimately, just be careful when you're investing. Like some of these tokens, again, because they're fair. For example, there was Eggy that was mentioned recently. This one was fair launch, came out 2 days ago. The developer of that was the same one. The developer of Eggy was the same one that made Cooper. Both of those two, the same developer made it. It was zero pre-minting, but they were both rugs. Just because it's fair launch, doesn't mean it's going to be fair. Like, it's not really going to be rugged. You've got to be careful regardless. Yeah, I mean, Trump might be doing well. So you're right about Shy, but I'm here to make money from memes. He should have kept quiet. I mean, yeah, again, Shy's political talk has got people in a bit of a tight spot. They're not very happy with it. I personally don't care, in the sense of, I don't care. I do care what's happening. I think he's more than entitled and allowed to talk about what he wants to talk about on his own platform. And I think especially if it's his own personal stuff, like it's his friends and family that are getting abused, without a better choice of words. They're in a very serious situation right now, and Shah has no way to really vent his frustration. And he wants to talk about it on Twitter with his own platform. That's his own decision. He's allowed to. Would it be better if he kept his mouth shut? Who knows? No one can say for sure. I think he's more than entitled to say what he wants, and I think there's a lack of empathy around it. I understand people want to make money and stuff like that, but it's his life, and it's his family and friends that are getting hurt. Right? Money's, of course, everyone wants to make money, but if money comes at the expense of people's feelings, like, I don't know. Me personally, I want to try and remain as human as possible. Be compassionate. Like, what he's going through is messed up beyond all belief. And K-Pause was relatively low. It was the first dog. Yeah, I heard about K-Pause as well. I mean, right now I think Conan has right now the incentives behind Conan right now, well and truly. K-Pause. I mean, K-Pause is not doing. I mean, yeah, K-Pause it's not doing badly. It being the first one, of course, does give it that sort of edge against Conan. But right now, you can very well see that the incentive behind it is Conan right now. The volume is with Conan, the markup with Conan. So I think Conan has a better chance than K-Pause does right now. I'm not saying K-Pause won't make gains; it might do. But right now, the volume's with Conan. You put me in a good mood daily. Thank you. I mean, if that's to me, then you're welcome. You're welcome, my man. Yeah, I mean, I try. I try my best. When will Wonky support KRC20? I have no clue. I know Tandem's meant to be supporting them next month. I don't think Wonky made an announcement just yet, but I'm sure they will soon. But I'm not surprised there's Tandem getting in first, because Tandem and Casper are a lot closer than Wonky are, and Casper. And yeah, Casper's already on CoinGecko as well, which is very, very big to see. They have to think about KRI, Gigawatt, Dagnite, Smockers, etc., but everything surrounding Casper, tokenization, and carbon credits, Paul Van Son. Precisely why I'm holding Casper now, despite where Casper ends up this cycle, with what is in to come for Casper, development-wise, partnership-wise, for what it's trying to do in the monetary system. Getting in now for me is a bargain. Anything below $1 is a bargain, because it's a project that should become an integral part of our monetary system in the future. So that's why I'm in now. And I'm holding it, for the next 10, 20 years odd, give or take. Well, holding it for my whole life, but holding it religiously for the next 10, 20 years. And yeah, again, like that's the incentive behind KPOR, the first dog token. It's also 100% pre-minted, but as I just showed you, 100% pre-mint doesn't also mean it's the best thing. You can have rugs with that. And KPOR and dog K, of course, is 100% pre-minted, so that's, worse in that regard. But the argument behind it, which I think is a fair argument to make, is that first off, they burnt like over 53% of their supply, which is quite considerable anyways. Everything else like airdrops into the developers and stuff like that, but the developers can use those tokens to pay the exchange to get listed on them and get it done fast-tracked and quicker. So that's again, do your own research. Could be a good investment, could not be. I am not invested into OK right now. My like convictions to invest into would be Nacho, Casper, Conan, Caspi, maybe Bert, and maybe Goad. But those top four right now, the ones that I'm like, yeah, those ones I'm very confident on. Bert, I'm leaning towards, but I'm getting more. I'm liking Bert more and more, but it's early, right? So it's tough to say. It's really tough because, there's nothing stopping these guys from being all lovey-dovey and being really compassionate and being, helping the community out, right now, and then 2 weeks later they just disappear. Like that's the problem with meme tokens. You really don't know. And unless they have, unless you can tell that the people holding them it's quite evenly distributed out for a whole community, not just the developers. Any idea when Casper 20 gets invited onto Tandem? I believe it's next month, man. I believe it's next month in November, mid-November, apparently from what I've seen. My part, I think, is no idea. Let's go behind the scenes and that normal with Casper. It's like the Sith behind the shadows. And and then it'll give Order 66 when it's given. It'll be a surprise. Yeah, I'm waiting for that. So that's a Palpatine just to say Order 66 and Casper just to, to eliminate all the younglings, all the Jedi, and just it massacre in the likes of Fett, ICP, Pepe, Tau, Poorly, Uni, Aptos, Die, like just jumping up to top 20, top 10. What's up, Stephen Kim? Welcome back to the stream, my man. Thank you for the great consistent content. I mean, yeah, you're welcome, my man. And what's your thoughts on change? I think change is good, in the sense that it's seemingly very close partnership with Casper for a long time. It's a DEX we needed for KRC20. I think change is good. I'm glad we have change, and it's going to help, increase the functionality of KRC20 and Casper going forward as well. I'd like to believe. Casper IG is saying that some news is dropping about today, hopefully a tier 1. Is that true? Huh. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing that then. Again, for those who want to know more, then check out my free Discord server. We talk about crypto, everything, market sentiment, but also Casper. And when the news comes out, I'll be putting it in that server straight away when I see it. So yeah, there's great ability to keep in tune if you can't keep up yourself. So that's going to be huge news, hopefully. See a tier 1. That'd be amazing if we get that. Although, I'm the only reason why I'm not guaranteed on thinking that is because normally the exchanges themselves have to make the announcement first. So Kraken will have to release on their platform first. We're listing Casper, and then Casper can do it afterwards. Casper can't do it first. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, I would love it. I'd love it. How do you buy crypto in UK except Coinbase? As in from my debit card. I use LBank. I also have wallets for Binance. I also have made a wallet for Crypto.com. Yeah, I mean, there are multiple ways that you could utilize. There are multiple exchanges you could use in the UK. Multiple. You can use. I use Coinbase as well. You can use. Yeah, you use Coinbase for Casper. Cheap fees. LBank. Pinex is a bit, regulatory lack of regulatory uncertainty or whatever in the United Kingdom does prevent some exchanges from working properly, which does suck. The hardest part is taking money out of exchanges because the UK just sucks, and I live here, so I know. Crypto.com is normally quite good for that, from what I know, and Kraken as well. You might have to get a VPN, my man. VPN might be able to help out with a lot of those issues. I have a VPN myself now, so I do use VPN when I can. Pinex right now definitely is a godsend for the United States to keep stacking cheap Casper without the fees. Definitely. And in fact, I have an incentive right now because I'm in collaboration with Pinex, which ends on the 29th, so in 9 days' time, where if you sign up to Pinex and you're a new user, sign up to Pinex, and you deposit 100 USDT or more, you get an extra 10 USDT. So you get free money, basically, if you sign up to Pinex with my referral link. My referral link, I'll put it in the chat right now. when I can find out where it is again. But yeah, I mean, again, Pionex right now is I would agree with you, it's pretty much a godsend, because Casper right now is really early, not got tier 1 yet, no smart contract yet, no 10 BPS yet, and it's really, really cheap. And it's one that Casper's one that I do strongly believe is going to go up in value in the future. So you can use the referral link in the chat right now for Pionex, and get some cheap Casper basically, if you want to. Again, not financial advice. Switching the UK are mental. No, yeah, I know. US and UK are both struggling right now. Surprisingly, even though Gary Gensler is in the US, I think UK is actually worse. It blows my mind how bad the UK is. That's why I use a VPN, really. Do you think Casper will fly on Halloween? You know what, actually? Considering that, the whole, it's all the funny meme incentive, there is a chance that Casper could do very well. It's a ghost after all. It might be a Halloween incentive, and we're already 10 days away or so. So yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe it's time to scoop up some more Casper. And Nacho as well. My neighbour's decorating the Halloween and they're only putting up a giant black cat. Wow, well, they're bullish. They love their KRC20 meme tokens, don't they? Damn. Thank you very much, Computer Cappy. Welcome back to the stream, my man. I'm not selling a single Casper until smart contract 10 PBS Binance Coinbase and listing is done. I completely agree. I'm literally, I've got my sell zones, my take profit zones being $1, $2, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm going to be holding Casper for the long run either way. If you know how to keep it for in time, yeah, true. I mean, right now my idea to hold my Casper and then take profits out here and then, but I'll take out probably 80% of my total Casper at the peak, or roughly the peak, because time of the top's really hard, of course, in any market, and then reinvest in DCM back in at the bottom again. And yeah, equally, my man, I also pray that we all make it. We're all very, very early here, very, very early, and there are multiple ways to make money in crypto. Of course, Casper's one that I'm very bullish on, but there are multiple other projects in this space that do very, very well. For example, one that I've been hearing more about is Octorender, which actually seemingly is better than Render in terms of speed. Octa's team is so transparent, literally anyone can see those live stats on their official Telegram group. Total render jobs, total frames rendered, it looks like it's doing a decent project in that regard. I've heard more and more about it. There are other projects like AI sets are taking off massively right now. Tal's one that I'm very bullish on. Desync as well. Of course, you make money in memes if you want to make money in memes as well, but you've got other ways to make money in crypto, which is again why I made my free Discord server, where we're talking about Casper, of course, crypto, but also other projects. Right now, of course, the meme token side of the community has been popping off understandably. It's doing very, very well. And I think there's going to be a massive development happening in the community soon, I'd like to believe, where we'll be able to hopefully make, even more money. I like to hope, because I'm going to hopefully start talking about some other factors in there as well. Some other holds that I've been keeping a little bit, quiet, let's just say. Yeah, and leave one says, my man, if you do those streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Think us Minter class will have a new OG member and it will select group, but about to change our lives. I mean, yeah, I think our lives might be changed definitely. We are early, to say the least. I've been really impressed with the Casper founder. Yeah, Casper founder has been very, very communicative as well. There's FUD around every project to an extent, especially in the meme ones, but for the most part, all these top 4, 5, they have been very, very transparent. And I'm very happy with all of them so far, and I'm choosing right now to trust them. It's not an easy thing to say in crypto, but I'm choosing right now to trust them. And I'm hoping these are going to help, again, make Casper holders millionaires. People will be cycling into these memes, and we're seeing them start back into Casper very, very soon, with the listings coming soon enough as well. We're seeing the incentive coming back to the community. I mean, this is very, very good to see all in all. And yeah, I mean, even right now, Casper having a contest on CoinX. So you were seeing, this is also very bullish because these are incentives to get people involved, which you're going to hopefully then see more volume flooding into the likes of Casper as well. They're having incentives happening all the time. Look, Bert got their donation they wanted, which now means they're going to be listed on a project very, very soon, and might be Bitmart, but I think there's going to be another one as well. But again, look, they're really crushing it. Bert's doing very, very well. Casper hash rate again is doing very, very well. And the fact of the matter being that the miners right now, they aren't making money on Casper. That's the funny part. They're not making money on Casper, and they're still keeping money in the project. Probably Marathon and also the solo miners. We're seeing that there's still a dodging behind Casper. It's still here. It's not gone yet. The price might be down, but we are definitely not. So do your own research, buckle up, and with that being said, I think I could be back on the stream for today. As always though, if you enjoy these streams, I'll be doing these daily. Day 81 now. The 100 milestone will be on the 8th to my knowledge, so a day after the FOMC meeting and 2-3 days after the election, so it should be hopefully a very, very big stream. You know, just a few days time now, so yeah, that'll be happening soon. If you do those streams, again, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video, like the stream, and leave a comment and all that stuff. And Bitcoin, again, is seemingly, as that Pulse player says, yeah, it looks about to break that 69k. It's really making a push for it. And again, we've been seeing the past 3 days it touching this region. I think today or tomorrow we'll see it break into this zone here properly, and then probably make a push above it soon after that as well, as we saw back here as well. Good chance for that, and that's what I'm waiting for. 70k Bitcoin is where I'm hoping to see by the end of this week, and I think it's possible. But yeah, anyways, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Same type of channel, same type of time, same type of news.